Hey guys, welcome to Fashion Friday. Excuse me if I sound a little hoarse and sniffly. I've been sick the past week, but I did want to share what I have been working on and what I am planning to do during this spooky season. First up, this is a coat that is inspired by Gozer's new design in the movie Ghostbusters Afterlife. I'm going to show that to you right now. As you can see, it is a vast improvement over the original design. It looks like an exoskeleton and it looks creepy and otherworldly. I love the spikes that they added to the costume. In fact, if you take a look at the original costume here, it's mainly just little bubbles and scales. It looks nice in this picture, but it doesn't really leave that much of an expression on the screen. So, excuse my camera. I try to get it in frame as much as I could, but I'll definitely show you a picture at the end of my finished sketch. But basically, I have this trench coat that I thrifted in college, which was 15 years ago, maybe over 15 years ago, technically. But I've had this so long, and it was small on me then, and I've been wanting to redo it ever since, but I never quite found the time or the inspiration of how to do it. So as you can see in the sketch, I'm adding spikes, and I plan to add pearl beads. And I have this like leather ribbon that I found at Hobby Lobby that's kind of a pearlescent pink that I plan to add to the side panels to give me more material on the side and make the coat bigger, and to kind of want to mimic the skeleton like frame of the new Gozer costume. And as you can see, I'm adding the spikes and the pearl beads that I want to add all along the panels that I plan to sew in, just to kind of add to that exoskeleton vibe and feel, and this sort of inspired by the otherworldly ghost presence of Gozer. I also plan to add glow-in-the-dark thread to sew on the beads and the spikes, because if you look in the movie, the new movie, Ghostbusters Afterlife, Gozer's actual skeleton lights up, and it's really cool and enhanced. And I feel like if I do the glow-in-the-dark thread, I can kind of sew it sporadically to make it kind of look like this lightning like effect that they did in the movie. And if you kind of can see that I try to add show you what the back was going to look like, but you can see in this sketch that I got the two side panels that I plan to kind of do sort of a diagonal cut, since the fabric ribbon is only about 8 inches wide, and I only have like 3 rolls of it, and I think there's like 3 or 2 yards a roll. But I'm planning on doing a diagonal cut to try to maximize how much material I've got. And then as you can see, I got the spikes and the pearl beading around the spikes. And I'm just and I got the beads all around the panels there. I'm just trying to add it to the coat that I have. And you'll see in a minute what I'm doing with the back of the coat. But basically, I try to position the spikes and the beading in the back to make it look like an exoskeleton rib cage from the back view. Hopefully, I can show you what that looks like. I'm still trying to work out some details, it looks like, in my sketch here. So here is a picture of my finished sketch. As you can see, they got the exoskeleton type design on the back, the spikes on the shoulders, and all surrounded by the pearl and beads. Okay, now this is the coat itself. I didn't get a good far away look. I'll do that later on when I actually start making it. But I just want to give you an idea that it's just a plain leather, or not a, leather. It's a canvas trench coat. There's the lining. The lining itself was already ripped up when I got it. And it's, as I show you here, I started to rip out the lining, but I just never got around to finishing it. So I'm going to take out that old lining, and I'm going to replace it. And here I'm showing you all the notions that I bought for it. I bought the pearl beads, bought white beads, I bought silver spikes, I bought white spikes, and all different varieties of spikes. Had to order a lot from Amazon because for some reason all the craft stores around me do not have spikes in stock. So there's like one kind of spike I found at Michael's, and that was it. And there is the pearlescent pink leather ribbon that I found at Hobby Lobby. It's about 8 inches wide and like 3 yards a foot per roll. And this is the lining I found for the inside of the coat. It's about 3 yards. It's really sheer pearlescent. And now this is something else I'm going to be working on. I have a lot of Halloween t-shirts. They're a little bit small on me. So I'm going to work on making all of these a little bit bigger, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a later video. This is a Mickey Mouse shirt I found at Walmart, but I can only find it in a medium. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out the Mickey Mouse design, and I'm going to sew it onto this black t-shirt that fits me. So stay tuned. I'm going to be working on this for the next 2 weeks, and then I'll come out with a video right before Halloween. And I'll probably have to work the coat over into November, which will work out because it's still kind of a fall coat. And it doesn't have to be a Halloween video. So be sure to stay tuned, like and subscribe, and follow me on the links down below. Thanks for watching. Happy Halloween!